Hello everyone, welcome to Ready Steady Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Harna, and joining me is my usual rigmarole of players. Let's start off by working with the person who
has the most nipples to the least. That could be interesting.
No, that will be boring.
We could learn something about each other.
We'll start off with the person who dislikes squid the most, and we'll work our way up to someone who enjoys a good bit of calamari.
Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra, the ASMR cleric. I'm gonna pass it on to the next.
I'm Will. I don't eat squid.
I don't eat.
He doesn't eat. Stop. He just doesn't.
Will has never
photosynthesize.
eaten. Don't accuse him of that.
Will is a plant.
He lives solely off IVs.
Yeah, that sounds
He
about
lives
right.
solely off whiskey.
I think he found gin.
Gin now. I do still drink whiskey, but I don't need
He's matured.
I feel like whiskey is the more mature. I feel like gin's when you're younger.
I didn't say matured in the right direction.
No. There's two different levels here. The maturity into gin is realizing if you keep drinking whiskey at the rate you're drinking whiskey, you're going to gain a lot of weight. So you drink the gin to counteract that.
I went so long thinking I hated gin, only to find out that I don't like tonic.
Anyway,
Squid.
Well, I'm playing Volgir the Jurgar Ranger.
I just want to quickly point out the fact that Will went second. That's how much Mary hates squid. She can't eat it and refuses. Anthony, have
You come home one day, you're like,
squid?
Mary, look, they had a deal on
fucking love
calamari,
squid.
and she just
Okay.
kicks you out the house.
I'll go next because I had what I thought was an onion ring once, turned out to be a squid. It didn't mind it, but it wasn't what I wanted. Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Cyrus, the Orc Barbarian.
That still feels a little weird.
It does.
Look, you have to go because I've got a really funny quip for the being last. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I fucking love squid. Anytime that there's squid on
Squid
a
is so
menu,
good.
I will actively order it. My name's Anthony. I play Barrow Starkhoof, the Satyr Rogue Fighter, and I'll pass it on to our squid-loving.
Hi, my name is George. I fucking love calamari, and I've got the mind-blown achievement on Steam. I play Atlas Moreau, the Owl and Druid, and I'll pass it back to our DM.
Everyone who's looking confused and Googling what the
Wait,
mind
is
blown...
Mind Blown the Emperor
Yes.
achievement? Ah.
You asked if I loved squid?
Yeah, I don't love squid that much.
Well, Nendir makes a whole lot more sense now why Atlas is like, no, we gotta save her.
And
To
on
be,
that note...
to be fair, I only did it for the achievement. The first time when we played through, he appears with his shirt off, and I think literally you hear me go, why's he got no shirt on? Is he hitting on me?
And she was into it. Okay.
And then I think you backed out really early, and I went a little bit further, and then you came into my seat, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. I was just thinking about I'm not gonna do it. The next one was touch the tentacle, and I was like, and I'm out. I got to finding out what they smell like, and then I was out. So vanilla,
eating here, George.
vanilla and garlic, if anyone was curious.
I'm eating pizza right now, George.
Vanilla and
Luckily,
garlic.
there's no tentacles on it.
I don't care, I'll eat my pizza anyway.
I don't think there's a single thing that could be said to me while eating pizza that would stop me eating the pizza beyond, like, I shit on that pizza, like, 2 seconds earlier. Like, if it doesn't directly affect my pizza, I'm cool with it.
I'm just waiting for Ryan just to stop and start looking at his pizza. But I realised how hungry he is and realised that's never going to happen. So...
He's hoping to keep it for lunch. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Ryan gives the vibes
we
of
all-
someone who's absolutely eaten food off the floor before.
Ouch. Well...
Yeah, but the way his eyes went there, I feel like I got him. He can't be offended if he's done it.
5-second rule.
And I also can't be offended. I once got cake off the floor with a fork because we dropped the full cake on the ground and, like...
As long as you eat, like, the top...
I wasn't going to eat any of the
3/4.
ground cake, but, like, there was a
you'd
lot
eat
of
the
cake
top-
above that.
Is
Yeah, the
there
top 3/4 is safe.
anyone who would like to remind us what was happening last time?
Volgear fucked up.
I cried myself to sleep because my brain can't distinguish between fake characters and real people, and I was too worried about Nendir.
So we
I
went through
literally
Kiln.
didn't sleep.
We were like the biker mice from Mars for like 30 seconds, and then we got to shipwrecks. Some of us found bodies.
We found some
of us
bodies,
didn't.
took some fingers. Meanwhile, our non-raising the dead duo went off and found some illithid shit.
They touched some
Touched a weird crystal and learned illithid
sphincters.
secrets.
They touched some sphincters.
They touched some sphincters. Sphincters? Sphincters. That's the word. They touched the illithid buttholes. They learned illithid secrets inside the buttholes. They were like, huh, someone escaped from this pod. And then we showed up and we were like, we should probably follow that because if it's an illithid, we'll kill it. And if it's a person, we'll save them. And then we were like, oh, it's an illithid. And then the illithid was like, I'm actually Nendir. And then it was like, oh, no. So we started trying to save her. And then we got to the ship and it was like, oh, the ship's engines are loud. So the things are coming towards us. And then Volgear was like, silence. And then Volgear was also like, turn off the engine, or Barros was someone turned off the engine for some reason.
Volgear got in
Volgear
the ship
did
after
that.
silencing it and did this to Barros, and Barros was like, that means kill it. Killed the engines, killed the power, the ship is dormant.
I mean, on the upside, he didn't go, that means kill the elephant.
If it was Cyrus in that chair,
It's
it
a
would have
good
been a very
job Cyrus
different
didn't see
story.
that.
Cyrus was like, kill her.
Welcome
will
back to
point out-
Kiln.
I like
Can
the
I-
idea that if someone does that to Cyrus, he just kills the person nearest to him, no matter his relationship with them. Like, if he was stood next to Astra, he'd be like, well, I'm gonna feel real bad about this, but he said kill her.
Can I
And
point
then
out,
the
you all have
Wi-Fi
your own
boosters
common
got
sense.
too close, and Nendir went from being sad about illithid shit to blasty psychic shit.
Yeah.
And no, Volgear, Atlas and Astra have common sense. Barros and Cyrus do not.
So, all of you are on board the shuttle, and we are going to be jumping straight into initiative. So, for brevity's sake, because I think it is unfair that people of high initiatives get punished whenever you are surprised, because effectively, both Barros and Volgear would have no idea anything's happening, because Nendir is there. So Atlas and Astra are aware that something has happened with Nendir, but by the time they realize, there's no way for them to shout out or communicate because the silence spell.
It's silence, so even if we do shout out, it's fucking pointless.
Unfortunately, Barros and Volgear would effectively miss their turns because Nendir would get to act first. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to put Nendir to the top of the initiative because it makes sense that you guys will react to the threat as soon as you are aware that it's there.
I like to think that we do shout out. It's just you know,
it's silent.
completely pointless.
There is a silence spell in effect.
In our other game, there was a silence spell in effect, and the player was making me laugh so much because he was in the silence orb, and he was just there, like, and he was like, and I turned to the hag, and I'm like, and it just, like, made me laugh so much in the moment.
Okay, so Nendir is going to act first. They are going to attempt to use their Mind Blast ability, which goes off. So I need Barros, Volgear, and Cyrus to make a intelligence saving throw, please.
Why'd you move her back?
She would have had to move back to catch them in the cone, which is what she would do.
Is this magic or is this just an ability?
This is a magical effect, so you would have advantage with your Fae.
Does it stun us or charm us?
It does could give you the stunned condition if you feel.
17.
Even with
So does that mean I
me
get the
taking
advantage?
proficiency in it and resilience to intelligence, I still fail.
Just a little bit of that Kaz leaking through.
Intelligence 15?
15 is just a success. So Volgir and Beros both take 13 damage. Cyrus, you're going to take 27 damage and you are stunned.
No, my husband.
Oh, wait, I can use a thing, because I keep forgetting that I have things. Guarded Mind. If you feel a intelligence, wisdom, or charisma saving throw, you can succeed it instead, once per short rest.
Okay, cool. Then you're not stunned, and you only take 13 points of
That's real
damage.
handy. It's like she's like, no, I don't do that.
Anthony
Nope,
has
I
just
don't
become the
fail.
OBS logo.
No, he's always looked like that.
Alrighty, that will end.
Whenever we
it's
meet
true
up in
form.
person, he's just a hovering OBS logo.
Well, that will end Nendir's turn. It would be Beros to be the first to react to this happenstance.
Help.
But he's not here.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to like sort on my background.
Oh, good.
But, like OBS is being
You can
OBS
say
is being
cunt.
an SOB.
oh, there we go.
What? It's clever. Swap the letters around.
Okay, cool.
now I feel like you're too close to me. Like it. I feel threatened.
If Nendir is attacking, then I will lean over with one arm and fire a blaster shot at her.
Cool. Make an attack roll. 19 hits. Roll damage. You would get sneak attack because Astra is there.
Sweet. So that's
Well, I
6.
suppose better question is Astra considering hostile action towards Nendir? Then yes, you get sneak attack.
So that's 18 points of
Yep.
damage.
Blaster in the shoulders.
I'm a
You whip
stupid
around.
fucking person to do this, but I know she would do it. If she realizes he's gonna shoot her, she'll cast Silvery Barbs as her reaction.
Okay.
Try and...
Does silvery barbs require verbal components?
Yes.
Get fucked. You're in silence. Fuck that spell.
But I will burn it.
Well, you don't have to burn it. You just can't cast it.
Oh, okay.
You
Just doesn't
you-
work at
it
all.
doesn't work. You can't cast it, so you don't lose a slot. It's not that bad. It's not like you've been counterspelled.
Counterspell's such a bitch for that, where it's like, you still spend the slot, fuck you. It's like,
Anything else, Beros?
Nope, that's me.
Alrighty, Volgir. And Beros, you would see as well on the radar, these like blips are getting like closer and closer as well.
Yeah.
And Volgir, so to paint the scene for you, Nendir, you have just looked around after feeling like it almost like feels like you had like an instant migraine, like really intense cluster headaches come on, and you've whipped around to see what's going on at the same time as Beros has turned around, and you've seen a blaster shot like fire across the ship in your silence and hit Nendir. Actually, Volgir, I will need a concentration check for silence if it is a concentration spell.
That is a good point. 13.
That's a success. So that silence is still up. So you see a silent, like blast of energy rip across.
So we've got. I'm trying to remember the scene from last session. So we've got the two.
we got bad guys approaching.
There's like things on the radar getting closer and closer. It looks like they've got within a certain
Yeah.
distance, and as soon as they got, like, you got in, you did the signal, Beros powered the ship down, and like while you were trying to communicate that you wanted to power the ship back up again, the radar started blipping that something was like getting in close proximity, and then suddenly you've got a headache. Beros shot Nendir. This is all happening like very quickly.
What I wouldn't give for a sleep spell right now.
For Nendir or yourself? Just like, nah.
I'm
gonna take a nap.
I'm gonna take a little nap, guys.
Two of them.
I'm gonna
two
take a
sleep
nap
spells.
right here.
Would I have seen Atlas go to react as well?
Alice hasn't had time to react yet. You would see Alice is probably looking at Nendir because she was looking at Nendir before they took any action.
Right. Just checking with the
No, like
attempt to
the
use reaction.
silvery barbs, like
The
would he have
silvery
seen
Oh yeah,
that?
you would have maybe
reaction.
seen she like tried to cast a spell and then was unable to because of the silence. You would have seen because she would still have
Yeah,
like
I assume that
done the
you're
gesture and
attacking.
said the words, but nothing happens.
Where is Veros? So she, so it'd be. Do you have to? All I'm thinking here is, do you have to look at the person you're casting it on? So in which case you'd be looking the opposite direction.
It says you magically distract a triggering creature. But it doesn't say you have to, like, look at them or anything.
It's verbal.
It doesn't say that
Just
you
no.
have to see either.
I believe it's
At least on the little one.
I think on the reaction it says something like when a creature within 60 foot
Oh yeah,
of you
you
that
can
you can
see within 60 feet of yourself.
Yeah.
Sod it. Volgir will follow in Veros' footsteps and attack.
Sure.
Because he was already questioning it when we first walked into the room anyway. So he will go for that. However, need to work out I can keep my concentration in a still attack, can't I?
Yep. As long as you don't take damage.
Cool.
Also,
I will
how long
probably
does
do-
silence last? Like a minute?
1 second. It is 10 minutes.
Oh, sweet. Then that's fine. That's still good. Loads of time.
As long as it's concentrate. We'll also move back this way.
You're
to
unable
get
to
a
move
better
that
shot.
far because you are now climbing on top of
Oh,
the
the
terminals.
terminals.
That's like climbing on the dashboard of a
is-
car. It's a
just
tight
seen them
space
there,
in
yeah.
here.
I've just seen them on the underneath, so that is literally as tight as we're going to get there.
Yeah.
So I will. Is it too tight to use a longbow? It's going to be too tight to
Ah,
use
you can use long
longbow.
bushes. They're not within 5 foot of you. You're perfectly capable.
Oh, okay. I thought it was within. I thought it was longbow.
Dude, stop trying to kill my squid!
Squid is dead. I will attack Squid. I'll also say the same thing to a Dragon as part of the bonus action.
Do you have to verbally communicate with him? Because it just says you command it, but I don't think you have a telepathic link. So I think you probably have to speak to
No.
him.
1 sec. Yeah, because that would make sense because you learn the language.
Yeah, you learn the
It
language and they
makes
understand it. So I think to me, it's like you're like, get him, do this. Like you have to.
There you go.
I will
So
let you make a I'll let you
An
make
attack
a like.
dog point.
I'll let you make
Yeah,
like you could like
says-
there's probably like physical commands to go with it. So maybe is it like a dragon's like spotted the danger? Has a dragon even look to you yet to get a command? This kind of thing. So you could do like an animal handling check to see if you can like get him to understand you.
could probably. So the other way I could do that. Yeah, I'm more than happy to do that because I did tell him to stick with Nendir and keep an eye on her.
That's what he's doing.
So in theory, his entire fixation is on her.
Yep.
So
And I don't
would
think
he-
you would have told him that like if you were like just keep
To
an eye on them.
attack.
I don't think you told him
So-
to like if they do something attack. You were like keep an eye on them. So you
so
keep an eye
I'll-
on them.
What I'll do is I'll use.
It's
the
really
Hunter's
funny
Mark
to imagine a
instead.
dragon like keeping an eye as they attack, keeping an eye as everyone shoots them,
He's there speaking to
keeping an
himself.
eye.
He's there speaking to himself in the silence, like, Volgir, just so you know, it looks like they're about to attack you from behind. Volgir,
They just attacked you
Volgir.
from behind.
why can I not hear myself? And he's just like,
It's like the shield of warning that's like broken, so it just tells you you've been hit after you've been hit.
I will use.
Shot by an arrow! Incoming!
Literally, like you
Well-
get hit and it's like, watch out! Like the turn after.
There's a 95% chance you're already being hit.
I will use. So yeah, it takes the dodge action unless I command it to do something verbally. Command it to do
Okay, so yeah,
anything.
then-
so it's
you
just
have to
he's just
do
going
it.
to dodge. But does it still use the reaction? With the
I don't see why he wouldn't give you the benefit. I think that's more just like you're pulling on his like energy, Because it's not like
So,
he
yeah, so
attacks
he'll
them and
use
that's a
a
bonus
dodge.
damage. You like infuse the strike with like the power of his magic,
So I will have a roll. 21.
A 21 will hit.
9.
9 damage.
I need to hit in a hunter's mark because if I can't command him, I'm just going to use the hunter's mark instead.
Yep. Hunter's Mark is a concentration spell. Casting it will drop your silence.
Oh!
I'm
okay,
pretty
ignore
sure
that
it is,
then.
unless that's changed in the edition. But it used to be concentration.
1 sec. I'll double check that. Concentration up to an hour? Yes, it is. So I will not cast that. So it's a 9. I will go back and knock the spell slot back off.
Yeah. Anything else, Fulgir?
Second attack?
Yeah, go for it.
I just realised I rolled the wrong one. But it would have been a 19 to hit. Does that still hit?
That still hits, yep.
Yeah. That's a 28 to hit.
Still hits.
So this would be... I can't read because the fucking dice rolls in the way. So it's this plus 2d6.
Nice.
Of
They are looking bloody.
piercing damage. Yeah, it doesn't really make much difference. There's a speed reduction after that turn.
Alrighty, Cyrus.
Cyrus is going to rage.
Yep.
And then he's going to pull the Vorpal sword,
Dude,
get
my
up in her
squid!
face, and flat side of the sword, he's gonna bonk her on the head really hard.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I mean, you're still
He's
getting
gonna
your squid
he's gonna recklessly attack as well.
He's just trying to get her to go sleep past.
hit. I mean, we've done pretty good.
21.
It's
Hits.
really funny to just imagine Cyrus like full rage roll and then just go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, to go sleep.
Also, a side note about the Vorpal Sword, Cyrus. If you crit on it, you cannot.
You behead
You
them.
automatically behead them. It is an automatic thing. So if you crit, that would have been a beheading. Just a heads up. I just checked there. It just happens. It's like a magical thing. You would just do it with a blunt end,
You
which should be
bonk her
really
on the top
painful.
of her head and her head just falls off. He's like, I didn't mean to do that.
So is it one-handed or two-handed?
One-handed because he's got a shield.
Nice.
Effectively just beheads her like a baseball bat, just
Still bloodied,
cleavers
still standing.
off.
He's gonna go again, and I'm sorry, but I reckless, so it's gonna be with advantage.
Yep.
22.
22 hits.
That is 11. Oh, plus 4 because of the 2 rage attacks.
Nice.
Plus 6.
They are looking
Let me check.
critical. +4, +6.
Trying to find it. Sorry, it doesn't seem to say where my extra...
Should be under rage.
Might be under features and traits and then class feature.
Yeah. Wherever your rage is normally, like that actual block about it.
New one, it just says, under the barbarian table, it'll tell you, and I'm going, I don't have that. Let's lowball it and say 4. But I also have Frenzy, which is if you recklessly attack while rage is active, you deal an extra 3d6 damage of the same type.
Okay. Are you attacking lethally, Cyrus?
No, bonking on the head.
Nendir falls unconscious to the second strike. She has 3 hit points left, even without the 4 and not the 6. So 3d6 will just lock it in. So yes, she is knocked out and unconscious.
Just literally, bonk.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Okay. Unless Atlas and Astra want to do anything, we are out of initiative.
Atlas immediately jumps forward on top of Nendir, pretty much.
Okay, kind of weird, but okay.
And casts Spare the Dying on her.
Sure.
She's not dead.
it's if someone is making death saves, you fucking idiot.
Well, luckily Cyrus will.
First of all,
yeah.
you wouldn't have heard that because we're in silence. But that's exactly what Cyrus says: is she's not dead.
She reads his lips and then she says something back to you that you cannot read her lips back because she has a beak.
You are looking at the fallen squid. You do not see my lips.
It is funny to imagine that like we're stuck in silence. Everyone's trying to like read my lips, and Atlas is just not like beep 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 beep.
I don't want to be that guy as well, but spare the dying is also verbal.
And then she will.
Well, it doesn't matter because the if you knock someone to 0 hit points and knock them unconscious like that, they don't make death saves. They're just unconscious
just like-
automatically.
And then she will draw her scimitar and be ready to stab any fucker who gets near Nendir.
Okay, well you can't do that this turn because you tried to cast a spell. So you just draw your weapon.
No, I did cast a spell. For the dying?
Yes. So you can't ready an action because you've tried to cast a spell.
Why are
The
you saying
extra
try?
damage was 3.
It's verbal.
Just for
It's verbal.
Oh yeah,
It's
verbal
verbal.
in a silence.
fucking silence.
But she looks like she's already like. But Cyrus has knocked her out. He's not like centering the death savings her territory. He's not. She's
I
not
can
bleeding
hold a
out.
knife though. That's free.
Yeah, you can draw the. That's what I'm saying. You can draw the weapon, but you just can't ready an attack. Is what I'm saying. Because you like, in your panic, much like how you would have used your reaction to try to cast a
Yeah.
spell and nothing happened. You try to cast a spell, your action, nothing happens.
I imagine that if you stand up with the knife, Cyrus is just there like.
No, she's literally like still crouching, like ready.
Astra, anything you want to do?
She's essentially doing the like wild animal thing right now, like literally all fours, like ready to fucking fight.
Netiri.
I'll
Literally.
probably point to like the front of the ship to bear us, like get the ship moving kind of thing, but also try and listen out for the beeps and what
Right,
may be
there's
causing
There's
the
nothing to
beeps.
hear,
Can't hear
unfortunately.
anything.
Oh yeah,
that
silence.
You
Bullshit.
move up to Barros and have a look at the radar.
Yeah, should probably do that then.
Sure. Yeah, you move up towards Barros, get a look at the radar. You see that these blips are closer and closer. I will say that the radar blips every 6 seconds, conveniently.
Oh, that's handy. It's handy that it does that.
And as you see the old blip from the last time, they were about 100 foot away, and it blips again, and they're now about 60 foot away. So you probably got about a turn or two before they're on top of you guys.
Yeah, Ash, they're probably like gets extra panic and is like trying to like coerce or like encourage Barris to like. get up
She's just
faster.
pointing at the blip.
Tap, 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 tap,
She's
tap,
just
tap.
pointing at the blips and pointing up frantically, like.
Okay. Nendir does nothing, so they're unconscious. Barros, what would you like to do?
Let's boot up the engine and attempt to fly out of here.
She would cast guidance, but it's verbal, so she can't do shit.
Yep. You can't hear anything, Barros, but to indicate the engines have come to life. But you do see all the dials, like as everything starts spooling up across your board. It does take an action to turn the engine on to get the ship ready to fly. So next turn you'll be ready to take off. Does anyone else take any action before Barros' next turn?
Cyrus
I am-
is gonna try and lift or pull Astra off Nendir and like motion she's not in danger.
If you
Cooking sword
try to
away.
touch me, I will stab you, which is something I warned you of literally like a session ago.
He will still try and do it. I am still raging.
Okay, Cyrus, you can try to grapple Atlas then, so that she'll resist that.
I'm not being aggressive. It's like tap tap. Try to
I
move.
will go to stab you.
Okay.
So you try to encourage Atlas to move without grabbing her forcefully. You're trying to communicate without speaking. Okay, cool. Atlas, you take your turn after him.
I mean, if he doesn't grab me, I'm not going to stab him, but I'm not moving.
Okay. Atlas doesn't seem to be very accepting of your guidance, Cyrus. Astra,
She looks feral right now.
the dots closer again. They're within 20 foot, and you look up from the you're like looking at the radar, and like you see a dot like right in front of you, and you're like. And you like look up and you just see like floating down into like the windscreen, like from a 20, like floating maybe 20 foot away.
We
You see
should
this
hit
thing
that
like looking at
thing.
you, like eyes all like there. And
Astra just there like, new trauma acquired.
Just slapping the back of Barros's hand.
If I get 2 more, I get a free burger.
Yep. Yeah.
Welcome to
And
Trauma
this
Burger. Maybe
creature
you
has
go
had
over.
the dash here, so it doesn't get anything this turn. But it can see you, and you see a couple of its eyes begin to like start glowing with these like, strange colors. The ones on the ends of the eye stalks. Alrighty. Beros, your turn.
Please see us.
They can see you through the window, yeah. It's glass.
I thought we were in stealth mode.
We need to
thought we were
tint that
stealth.
shit.
Oh, you are invisible, yeah, so it's moving towards you guys, so it knows that something's in the area.
Okay, cool.
Right.
I will fly out of here as fast as I can.
Just
The
run
ship-
that fucker down.
As soon
I
as
was gonna
you...
say it,
Thunk, thunk, thunk,
As
thunk,
soon as Beros, like, you know, gives it gas and just goes, like, straight vertical, like, and it begins, like, a banking turn up and away, by the time you guys clear the ground by about 20, 40 feet, your ears are really full of the roar of the engines comes to life. Beep, 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 beep. The alarm's going off, like, beep, 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 like the radar, like, getting slightly more distant as, like, you're kind of pulling away, as all the sound comes back. The shaky, shallow breaths, Atlas of Nendir underneath you are heard as well. And the dragon's like, and now she's currently unconscious. Looks like everything's under control.
He's been given a blow by blow.
Beros, where are you taking the shuttle?
To the umbral sphere. Assuming that we are faster than these things.
Oh, you are much faster. These things are quite slow.
Yeah. Straight to the umbral sphere.
Alrighty. Yeah, you...
While we're flying up, we pass that one that tried to get us the last time, who's just still going up.
Or no, just
coming
come
back.
Coming down while
Yeah,
we
he's
go
like,
past.
I'll get them, and then we go back up, he's like,
So you fly down.
so I know that's not how anything works, but I like to think that that thing is the transformed illithid version of that guy we kept fucking over, throwing shit off the ship when we were here last time. He got transformed and still continued to get fucked over by us.
You travel back towards the umbral sphere, and you bring the shuttle in to the shuttle bay, land it. The flight back here is not instantaneous, though. You are traveling for the guts of, I want to say, at least an hour to get back into orbit and get back up here. Does anything happen in that time?
I don't think Volga is taking his eyes off the back of the ship. Probably still got half his bow drawn just in case.
Atlas does not move from her defensive position the entire time.
Is she
Owls don't
alright?
blink very often. You learn that.
Is she alright?
She's alive.
Good.
She hasn't been alright since we found her.
No, but she's alive, and that's the thing. Have you looked her over? I didn't do any permanent damage, did I?
I'll look her over when we get to the med bay. Not like I'd even know what the hell she's supposed to look like.
Well, as long as there's not any goo coming out of her wherever her ears are meant to be or eyes, she's in good enough condition. How far
Atlas
away are
is-
we, Beros?
Atlas is mostly looking past you, Cyrus. She's keeping an eye on Beros.
About 55 minutes.
I mean, it's currently Beros in the pilot seat. Cyrus is like hunched over you, and you're hunched over her, so he has to get through two targets to get to her.
Beros will put it onto like autopilot, assuming
yeah.
this thing has like a
Yeah,
basic
it-
autopilot.
Oh
And then,
boy, we
like-
got cruise control on this thing. Nice.
And
Set
then turn
coordinates to
around.
home.
Boop.
How do we know that she's not a homing beacon?
It doesn't matter. She's Nendir.
Maybe
She's
the
our
research team
friend.
can discover whether or not.
We're not
that's
giving her
a
to the
possibility.
research team.
Well, how else do you expect to cure her?
We'll work
Also-
something out.
We went to the planet to get research.
Which
Living
I'm
specimen
assuming
is what they said they needed most.
she isn't a research subject. She's our friend.
Well,
Yes,
no.
and if they study her, then maybe they can find a way to cure her.
I'm not
while also
handing her
finding out
over
more
to
about
people
the
who are going to
illithid.
cut chunks out of her.
So
They
what do you
might not.
propose?
Oh, they might not. They might not. That's a great idea. Let's hand her over. They might not cut chunks out of her.
It would be better for her.
They
if we
already
were
wanted to
kill
pull
her.
that knife out of the captain with no care that he died. If it was up to me, they wouldn't be on the ship at all.
I'm going to ask the question. How do we know that she is still... We know that she has memories. We know that she has the same emotional level as our friend once was there, but how do we know wholeheartedly that wasn't the same as the intellect of our, like, the same as the brain, and know that it's not just playing an act? How do we know that it's not just trying to get on our ship? We don't
She didn't know
for
we were
100%
coming when she
certain,
put that pin on her.
but she also didn't know we're coming when she... Well, she knew we were here whenever she just attacked us just then. So...
Those things got too close. We know that they take over. She was already struggling. She was already weak. We
So
just
I
have to
wasn't
work
there
out
for
how
any-
to stop connecting her to the hive mind, and she'll be fine.
Right.
Which
So
is why we need to give it to the research team.
Where do you suppose we store her? Because your idea means that she doesn't leave our side. You don't trust her anywhere. Our entire mission is we go where
I
the
don't give
illithid
a
are.
shit about our mission. She's our friend, so we should help her.
Atlas,
Yes?
one person doesn't outweigh the rest of the Expanse. I know she's our friend, and I wish this
Oh
hadn't
my
happened
god,
to
you get
her.
given a fancy ship and you all turn greater good on me? You're the ones who didn't want to go save an entire planet because you wanted to visit Astra's dad. No? We just forgot about that? Got a fancy ship, so, you know, we'll just do whatever the Imphalos asks now. She's our friend. We should help her. I thought that's the whole thing we all agreed on right at the start of this. We should help people who are good to us.
Well, if that was the case, then we wouldn't be helping the amalgamate. They treated us like terrorists.
I thought we were using the amalgamate because we needed a ship to help people. Because we needed more aid. I didn't know that we were, you know, they're good little soldiers.
Why did we spend so long convincing them then?
So we had a ship
Why would...
and aid.
But we
And
could
so
buy
you
a
don't want
ship.
to use the aid? How are
I
you
don't
planning
want
on
to give
fixing
over
her?
my friend to be a medical experiment. I've been one. It's not fun.
How do you plan on fixing her then?
I'll
Do
work
you
it
know how
out.
to reverse it?
Do they? No.
No, but they're probably going to figure it out a lot faster than we are.
Why? We've got the most shit done out of anyone so far.
Because we've had the most interaction and experience with them.
Which we still do.
But we still don't know what we're dealing with. A brain box of researchers that are a lot more intelligent than us will figure stuff out faster when they have the interaction. They're not combat ready, so we can't bring them to the surface like we can go. We've dealt with them in person, so we have a higher survivability. The research team do what they do on the ship.
We're not handing her over. I'm not handing her over.
There are two ways that we can do this.
One
is
ends
by
with
vote.
me dead.
One is by vote, and one is by captain's orders.
Just let us off.
Yeah, no, we're not letting you off with her.
Why not?
Because if she is a beacon, then she's going to bring more of them to you and you won't survive.
And if you try to take her, I'll try and fight all of you and I won't survive. And if you try to take her to the research team, I'll fight all of them and I won't survive. I don't survive in any of these scenarios. At least if I leave, I have a chance.
No, but we are also the ones in command of the ship.
You're not in command of me.
No, but we can put rules on the research team. Their job is to study and aid, not study and what's the word? Dissect.
You really think that will stop them?
If you want to draw that line.
You really think that will stop them? When we're not there to keep an eye on them?
That's why we have appointed officials that we trust.
And when one of them dissects her, what, we fire them? Oh dear, your friend died, but you know, you lost your job. There will be more. There will be more Illithid. We are literally hunting them down every single day. There will be
and we
more
don't exactly
Illithid.
know where they are. Tilm was a sure bet. That's why we went there first.
I'm sure we'll find some more. We always do.
Or they'll find us because of her.
I revert back to the
Well, if she's on the ship being tested on, she'll be there anyway. You're scared of her as a beacon? You're not scared of her as a beacon?
I'm saying we may as well make use of her while we have her, and while we have the chance.
I'm not going to make use of her. She's my friend, not an asset.
In times of war, we're all assets, and Cyrus just walks to the front of the console.
This is going to be an awkward journey, isn't it, Volgir?
Volgir probably just sighs. Just.
I wish Sunshine were here. He would say something smart like, go fish.
I just wish that, you know, the console was still hooked up to the Trickster AI and the radio. So it's like, God, this is awkward. Let me just put on some music.
I mean, it's not that shuttle. There's no AI here.
Never gonna let you down.
Your AI shuttle you left with...
Yeah, I know, but I just think that would have been a hilarious moment.
Whatever we decide before we get to the ship, we need to make a decision. We can't board this ship.
I've made a decision.
No decision. Yes, you've made a decision. We are a team. That you've been acting like a one-man army since the beginning. You're jumping out of ships, jumping out of here with a bomb, getting a three-headed chimera. We are part of a team. We've saved.
Cool.
We work
I
together as a
quit.
team to
I'm
save you.
leaving. Let me off the ship.
You're free to go, but she isn't.
Why not? She's not part of crew either. She's not yours.
But she's part of the mission.
You're not taking her.
We need a middle ground. This is going nowhere.
We take her to the med bay.
When we get to the ship, we will treat her as a patient. We will take her to the med bay, and then we will decide.
Can we at least put an armed guard on that bed?
She might not even survive.
Sunshine's at the med bay right now. I got in the captain from the same medical team.
Maybe
That works.
Maybe we can put her in some sort of
Stasis.
Stasis, yeah, in one of the cryo chambers. Have it guarded for both her safety and the rest of the ships. Sound fair?
I'll guard it.
Fair enough. Cyrus?
Whatever.
Iris is right, though.
I'm happy
to study her. That doesn't mean dissect her, but it does mean we need to figure out what is going on with her.
We can do MRI scans and whatnot.
I'm happy.
Check her vitals. That can give people as much information as you need sometimes. It's better than what we have. Sorry.
It's fine. I thought you were finished. I'm happy for that to happen as long as she gets to the med bay without waking up. If she wakes up and attacks again, there's no stopping the rest of the ship. The rest of the ship won't hold back. She needs to get there, like she is now, quiet, unconscious, and compliant. If she does what she did just back there, it's not going to be good for anyone.
She didn't attack us on purpose.
I'm
It
not
doesn't
saying
matter.
that she will attack. She potentially might still have an old order to attack again. We don't know. We need to get her somewhere before she wakes up. If this is the way we're doing it, there has to be a strict way of doing it, which is we don't put anyone at risk. It's fine. You want to be at risk. We are happy to be at semi-risk with this, but we can't put the rest of the ship at risk for reasons that we've decided. We can't make that decision for them. I don't think it's fair.
We've already put the ship at risk. What are you talking about? They've all agreed to this risk.
They've not.
If
They've
we were
agreed to
putting
go
her
fight
down
the
in
Illithid.
research, they would still be at risk.
We've agreed to fight the Illithid with them. We have not agreed to bring one of the Illithid. In their eyes, we have not agreed to bring an Illithid to the ship, put it in a med bay, treat it like a patient, like a comrade. They don't see a past comrade to us. They just see an Illithid. They will not hesitate if it starts doing anything even remotely dodgy.
I don't
I'll be
think we
honest,
need to
if
worry
she-
about anyone hesitating, Volgair. You guys sure didn't.
Need I remind you that I didn't kill her when I had the chance.
I'm saying that won't happen twice, especially with the ship crew.
And I guess we hope she doesn't wake up.
If we get to the ship and she shows sign of waking up, maybe I can duck into the Chimera and get a sedative or something.
Volgir, maybe you could, or Beros, maybe you could radio ahead to the crew
Get a
and
quarantine
get
area.
a possible, I don't know if stasis pods can be moved, or even a gurney, something that we could tie her down with for safe travel. Then at least they know what to expect when we disembark.
That's fine. Standard procedure if someone is unconscious, they can be restrained pretty easy to a gurney. Or a station pod might be better, we can cover it.
I might message Min Shadow.
Don't tell her.
Give them.
Don't tell them, not yet. She didn't want them to see her like this. She said herself.
If we're bringing them to the med bay.
They're gonna see.
And hide her. Or not tell them it's Nendir at the very least.
Yeah, you may take that pin.
I have it. Thought it was the last thing I'd ever have of hers. Now I have her.
They might need to cover her body then, because I'd like to think if I was partially illithid that
I was just like, don't think about it. Oh god, I thought about it. No!
Well,
That
why
you
don't
would-
we?
you would at
why
least
don't-
recognize me.
Why don't we bring the gurney on the ship? We'll cover her and then pull her along.
Alright.
At least then no one that's not here can see. But
Honestly,
again, we need to be
the
careful.
more we can hide her from the crew, the better.
You're never going to be able to do that forever. We're all on the ship.
I
We can't
know,
just run
but if
away.
she's just being kept in stasis in a pod, it's not going to help the people down in the kitchens to know that she's on the ship.
This is assuming
It'll just
there
make
is a stasis
everyone
pod on the
antsy.
ship.
So what, are we just going to send everybody out of the med bay while she's kept there?
No,
I don't-
but they're a crew, right? If you can give them orders, then it's a need-to-know basis.
Yeah, but if we keep secrets from them and that secret.
We're already
That's the
keeping
term.
secrets from them. Or has everyone just been, spreading what Saparna is around? We haven't told anyone about that yet, including the council, because they're not us. We don't keep secrets from each other, but the crew is not us. That's why we're all here and they're not.
May I remind you that's my family you're talking about?
I
Yes.
don't-
Your family that you ran out on for, what, 14 years?
And then came back and saved them. If you want us on your side, Atlas, stop fucking insulting us, because it's really not going to go your way in the end.
Then stop trying to kill someone I care about.
We've just agreed not to kill the person, and you are still attacking us like we've just held a knife to her throat. The last
Oh, I'm not
couple of
attacking
seconds.
you, trust me.
Yet.
I have lost so many people. Don't make me lose another one.
Unfortunately, that's not in your or our control. Loss is a part of life.
How far are we from the ship?
About
40 minutes.
Yep. Basically.
I'll make the arrangements. I think for now everyone just get some rest.
The ship trundles on. Eventually, you land back at the Emerald Spear. You dismount.
Ahead, the order for the medbay to be prepared, for it to be cleared out, except officers, and for a clear path to be made by security.
Yep. You get a clear path. You get like a bed wheeled down. After an hour, she's still not conscious. So it's very easy to, bind her up, cover up like a sheet, and wheel her up there with a nice, clear, secure path. When you get into the med bay, you see that Sunshine is there. He is watching over.
There's an unconscious researcher on the ground.
He is. There's no unconscious researcher, but he's just watching over by the door.
Good job, Sunshine.
Hey, most of them don't even really bother coming up here. A few came up to have a look, but they, I made them take a good step back and, make sure that their hands couldn't reach.
Thank you, Sunshine.
Now I'm just imagining a researcher like,
What do you got over here? Oh!
Yeah.
Is that alive?
she's gonna-
Oh!
Yes, she is.
Oh.
We're gonna
That
try and
looks
fix
wet.
her. Yeah, not pleasant.
I was gonna ask why you're bringing her up here instead of the brig or something. Go lock that thing up.
It's a long story. We'll fill you in later.
Fair enough. I mean, yeah, they at least look fucked up. Maybe you need to. I suppose even us criminals sometimes need to be, patched up and looked after.
You're not a criminal anymore, Sunshine. You're one of the good guys.
Am I?
You're the hero now, Sunshine.
Who makes that call?
I think you are still. I think you are still a criminal, even if you become a good guy later. For the record,
No,
you still
we all
did
got-
crime.
We all got full pardons. We're not criminals anymore. The amalgamate gave us all full pardons.
Let's load her up into one of these cryo chambers.
I'm just imagining something like, wow, even the crimes I
she's
did
like,
after
let's
the
take it out my
pardon
bed,
is like,
mate,
what
get her
crimes
the
did you do
shit.
after the pardon?
How long
We
does
don't
that
talk about
pardon
those.
thing last?
We don't talk about those.
I would have called Kareen up here as head medical or secondary.
Kareen is research, I believe.
Who is? Do you have a head secondary?
is-
I've got it on my list.
I thought we
somewhere.
had a generic head medical
many
because we were
notes.
planning on
We have a
using one of the
generic-
Starwind
yeah.
Serenade.
Yeah,
It's,
my
it's
brain-
Sylvia from the Dark
Sylvia.
Hoof.
Ah,
the
yeah,
human.
she was a
Yeah.
doctor.
Damn it. I was kept going to say Derva. I'm like, no, it's not that.
Yep, so you can call
Well,
for Sylvia.
Don't bring Durl up here. He won't know what to do. She's not a machine.
I'll bring.
Well,
I'll
there's
bring
your
Sylvia.
problem. It's not a machine.
He just
This is an organic thing, guys.
So the she's like, looks squishy.
I don't know, guys.
I don't know.
This doesn't look right to me. It's like pulsing.
Just whenever we're walking past Sunshine, Volga will hold back for 2 seconds and just go. I know you were told not to let anyone in. This means doubly so now, yes.
Yeah, same plan as before, I guess.
Even more so now.
Sure.
Don't tell him it means it doubly so. He's gonna try and prevent double the amount of people from coming in, and no people came in, so now he's gonna be too confused about how he doubles 0.
Cyrus will come
He
over
just
to
says-
Volgir and Sunshine and just be like, why don't we have, like, guards posted on the door? Outside of the med bay, and we'll rotate shifts or something.
I mean, sure, I've just been like napping on that bed over there, having little cat naps.
Yeah, I understand, but once you hit your full strength, you need rest too. The rest of the security team will need rest. If we rotate, it'll be a more efficient way, and everybody will stay sharp.
Yeah, I guess.
You can stay nearby for reactive purposes if needed.
I mean, my room's only a few things up anyway. I'm not that far. We're on the crew deck down here, so
We'll get a couple guys to come help you out.
sure.
Right. I'm going to go and plan next steps. Volgir, I need you as a quartermaster to see what we've got.
I can always chart a route from down here if need be.
That's fine. We can always have one of the officers do it if you want to stay here. We're probably going to have to, if we want the rest of the research from the city, then we're going to have a little bit of a fight. Or if we think that we've got enough, I've received orders that we've got a new objective.
A
Well,
new
we can give them what
objective.
we have, and then if they think it's insufficient, I'm sure we could return. I don't think the ship's going anywhere.
Got orders from who?
I'll brief you later. And Barros will just walk out.
If you're saying anything, George,
Probably
we
won't
can't
leave
hear you.
just after.
It's okay,
I'll
she was just
probably leave
muttering
just
under her
shortly.
breath anyway.
Even I couldn't
Volgir
hear
will
in the
probably do it.
fucking room.
Volgir will probably just do a quick double take at the table and just get out of there as quickly as possible as well.
Yep.
Maybe
So,
try and
are
catch
you just
up with
leaving Nendir
Barros.
on a gurney, or are we?
No,
Cyrus,
we need to get her in a
Into a
cryo
cryo
pod.
stasis, cryo or stasis pod or whatever it's called.
So
Now stop doing what you're doing, pod.
The coma one, I can't remember which one it was. There's a coma one.
Do we have cryopods?
They're with different kinds of pods. I know one of them's like a coma one.
We don't want a coma pod. We want a stasis pod. We want a
I mean,
freezer.
there is a stasis one. There is.
I remind you, your pods. You have the dwarven pod, which has like the autoforge, which can help like repair broken bones. Best for like trauma, burns, bone fractures. The human pod, which is kind of where I believe you put the captain for now, which is kind of like, for surgery, emergency transfusions, like, just trying to like, keep them alive. The elven pod, which is kind of like more for like psychic trauma, magical corruption, that kind of thing, exhaustion. There is the Gith pod, which is again for like more like psionic injuries, mental collapse.
That was the goo pod that we didn't know what it did.
Yeah, there's also the Ganassi pod, which is can rotate between different elements as you need, and the Thrycreen cocoon, which you're like gooey.
If we stick her in the Ganassi and turn it to ice, would that freeze her?
There is no ice Ganassi.
It's
There is
water,
air, water, fire, and
air.
earth.
Yeah.
Barrier
like-
and cement.
I like to think the Earth one is just one of those mud baths you get in spas.
Just stick her in the big freezer in the Chimera.
We don't have the Chimerans getting upgrades.
It worked for that.
Shit.
It worked for that engineer dude, but also like not really, because he did then be like, I have to stay here and die. So I'm not sure it did his brain any good. Or being frozen for several thousand years didn't do his brain. Something didn't do his brain good.
It was probably guilt.
Is there Atlas or Astra? I'm sure you've got like sedatives or something on the ship.
We do.
Maybe we hook her up to an IV. Small dosage so we don't kill her, but keep her unconscious. Not that
Can
I'm
we
sure
hook her
that
up
would
to an
even...
IV?
She's got
I mean-
skin.
Does she
Yeah,
have
but-
veins?
I don't even know the dosage of what to even.
It is
If
at
only we had a
this
team
point.
to figure this out.
It is this point that you hear Sunshine be like, "Oh, sorry, you're not allowed in here." And you see, like, looking at him, like, with eyebrow cocked, Saparna, just like, "I think you want to try this again, dear." And he's like, "Nope, no one's allowed in here. That's the rules."
Saparna's fine. If
Yeah,
anyone
let's
either-
Saparna in, Sunshine. She's okay.
Okay.
But
Saparna
good
has
guarding.
clearance.
Excellent. If you're willing to
Good
say no
job,
to
very good
Saparna,
job.
you'll say no to anyone.
I guess you're okay. And then he steps aside, Saparna steps in, and like, she
I've
kind of
got my
looks
eyes
around.
on you.
I watched her point at the bar when we were on holiday, and she just got given one of everything. You didn't even say anything.
I don't know. Don't suppose you know how to put one of these into coma or stasis of some kind, or help. I don't know.
He's not one of these.
She moves up
Sorry.
towards the illithid, which is currently on the table, looks down. I am not quite as useful as I used to be, but
Stop bringing that up!
that is
Cyrus aggressively
Yeah.
avoids eye contact.
this is
The floor has two holes bore into it.
How many dishes do I have to wash before you shut up about it?
this is well, no, you know what it is. It's an illithid. Looks like they've been had a bit of a rough and tumble. I don't suppose. I'm quite limited in what I can do, but I can maybe offer maybe a little bit of advice. What is it you're trying to do?
I mean, ideal situation, not be an illithid anymore, but I'm assuming that's out of your control.
Can't do that. I can
Sever her connection to the hive mind?
I can temporarily take control of her. I can dominate her if she's still being influenced, but that's only for a brief amount of time.
Do you know anything that would sever it permanently?
You would need to find something that blocks psionics.
Tinfoil hat.
Maybe something that the Gith use. The Gith are quite some of them the Zerai or the Yankees kind. I don't know. There's two types, but one of them uses psionics and one of them abhors it a bit.
Sorry, but just the Zerai sounded so cool. It's like, or the Yankees. It's like, they're not going to be able to help.
Stupid baseball team.
It's your baseball team. We
Yes,
go down to
well,
our
they can work
researchers.
with
They're just all down there in baseball caps. Like, I'm starting to doubt you guys a little.
I mean, they can work out with the sedation problem. Bong.
You can maybe
Bong.
try you can maybe try putting them in the Gith pod. That might
That's-
block out some things.
Be a temporary solution for now.
I don't think it will it won't, freeze them in time or anything like that. They'll be, they will eventually wake up. At least when they're in there, they might be separated.
Okay, second question. Astra, cover your ears and say la 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 la, because it's going to freak you out.
Mary's not doing a bastard.
Do illithid have to eat brains from living things, or can they be dead? Does it have to be humanoid, or can it be animal?
I was never an illithid myself.
You've seen them.
Yes.
got made by them? Maybe? I'm a little fuzzy on your history, to be honest.
I'm sure you can't remember being hatched.
No. Probably for the best.
I would assume living is better, but I don't know,
They
honestly.
managed to eat... I mean, they can be dead. I just don't know if they can be animal.
I think
But surely if they can eat us, we're not like them.
it is anything with intelligence.
Damn.
Hey, if Tala was still here, that would be 3 meals in 1.
If I was still here, we would have never found out it was an Nendir. Wasn't really the stop and wait kind of friend.
When I say intelligence, I don't necessarily mean it has to be humanoid. I mean it could it would have to be something with brain activity. I know even intellect devourers don't bother with things that are too stupid.
So animals
No
are out
offense,
of the
Cyrus.
question.
Well, I suppose I'll take that as a somewhat compliment since one snatched me.
Yeah, I've more just been bringing up the trauma.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay,
Maybe-
so
Maybe she can survive off it, even if it's not very tasty.
And Lilithid can go an awful long time without eating.
Yes, but she's hungry and she's desperate.
Hence the reason for some kind of induced coma.
We need to put in, if we don't have anything, which I doubt we do, we'll need to put in an order kitchens or whole something. I doubt if we just ask for the brains, they'll be very accommodating, but maybe a whole pig or something. What's intelligent? Monkeys? They're pretty intelligent, right?
Are you going to feed her for the rest of your life? For the rest of hers, Atlas?
She can't starve.
Well, we don't know that, actually. Can a Lithid die from starvation?
Eventually, at some point. They feed off psionic energy. That's why eating a brain is a good source of it.
yeah, she doesn't hear any of this. She's probably got her earphones in, or like Daisy's earphones, and like going about the med bay tidying because she left
Look.
it too long.
If she can eat animals, then it's no different to us. Killing a pig for its bacon or brain is the same killing a pig.
If she feeds off psionic energy, would the Gith pod be able to be like a substitute nourishment? I know it heals from psionic attacks. Does it use psionic energy to do that?
No idea.
I don't know.
Astra.
Just to like la 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 la.
What?
The psionic tubes, do they use psionic energy to heal from psionic energy? Like positive and negative, or
Can Astra make a check? Because I feel like that would be top of her head.
You can
kinda.
make
Would
a
have been in the
medicine
schematics.
check or an arcana check.
Alternatively, send me up your 5 least valuable workers.
18.
18. It uses like very light psionics to like, manipulate and like, almost like rewire like your brain a little bit. Because it's meant to undo the effects of psionics. Things like being stunned or, mental collapse and things like that. And also like, if you had your mind scrambled or your memories modified, that sort of thing. That's kind of what it's designed for. But like, they're quite, calm. They're kind of like a little, it's not even like a full pod, the Gith one. It's more almost like, I think I described it kind of like the
helmet?
perm, like helmets, like that kind of thing. But it kind of probably goes like, a bit more over your face.
I was imagining like a Professor X, like Cerebrum style.
Kind of, yeah.
it's basically the same thing. So yeah, maybe we can use that to satiate her hunger.
feel like
without constantly sacrificing live things.
I don't
And
know.
we're not sacrificing the crew, once again,
It was a
Baros's
joke.
family.
It was a joke.
Well, at the minute, I'm not sure what extreme lengths you're willing to go to right now, so forgive me for being cautious.
That wouldn't. I feel like I know why Tommy put headphones on, but that wouldn't sustain her. That's like, okay, I know.
Like eating chewing gum to not starve?
I know Barros will try on live on Celestial Dip, but that's like get Barros to live up the tubs that contained it with just a little bit around the rim. Like he'd.
Like
I think
licking
he'd
the top
try.
Off a,
He
off a
would
yogurt.
try, but he'd die trying, literally.
Well, maybe between that and my idea. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal to just order some whole animals in.
Yeah, but you also have to consider having livestock on the ship means waste and feeding them as well as the crew.
She
We'll have
managed to eat a
rebudget our
dead brain
resources.
before, one that had been sat
We-
for a few days.
We believe he was dead. We don't know the whole
Could've
story.
been dying.
The chance of surviving that
Dying could
crash.
still be alive.
That's what I'm saying.
Also, Ervin was a lot bigger than Nendir. With her frame, yes, she's a lithid now, but I don't know if she'd be able to lift him, carry him all the way to the higher city, and then down a basement just for him to die there, and then her eat his brain.
She said he was the only one she could reach because she wasn't strong enough to get the others out the rubble. I'm choosing to believe he was gone.
I'm just saying we can't hedge all our bets on that. There's a lot of variables here that we don't know.
I still
Point
think
of
you would be
order.
best just letting me go.
Point
Let me
of
take
order.
her.
Are you going to put her in anything at the moment? You're coming up on the one.
I mean, probably put her in the psionic thing anyway, right?
No, we're putting her in the whatever Saparna recommended.
Yeah, the
gift
gift
one, yeah.
one.
Yeah.
The like
The
psionic
hairdresser
one.
one.
So you could like basically like have her still mounted to the gurney and just put that like over her head, like
Yeah.
it's like it's a side mount on there. Okay.
Maybe I don't want to keep her strapped down, but
Cyrus tightens the restraints.
Okay.
Just, like,
she was
checking
fine with
them.
us tying her up before. She knows she's dangerous. Just take her. I know how to fly a ship. I could take her down to the surface of Squall. They wouldn't notice another monster. 2 monsters, maybe.
There again, variables, Atlas. What if her being on Squall draws the Illithid there sooner and the entire planet is taken? Then you haven't helped her, you haven't helped your home, in fact you've condemned it. We don't know. This is the point of the research team. If we find another Illithid, alive or dead, I will happily hand it over to them a lot faster than I would ever consider doing it for Nendir. But the point is we have a job to do. And there's a lot more at stake than just our friends. And we have to consider that.
If we're not doing it for our friends, why the fuck are we doing it?
Because we're the idiots that also live in the Expanse, and I would like to live.
Iris, none of us are gonna live. You know that, right?
Fine, I want to live for as long as possible, because the alternative sucks. Trust me on that.
I don't recognize you anymore.
That would be because you reincarnated him as an orc.
Thank you, Saparna. I know how it feels. Yes, it sucks. I'm going to engineering, where I know I can do something. And Cyrus leaves.
You see, this
Story
is
of
why
engineering. That bit I recognize a little bit.
I'd never gonna get married. You know, they'd be married like that day, and they're already fighting. You know, it just gets messy.
Sunshine, we fought every day since we met.
Then why did you marry her?
Opposites attract. I don't know. You hear echoing down the hallway.
Love's confusing.
Like, we thought every day we met, it's like trying to think of a day we haven't argued. It's like, no, we had that really peaceful day where we, like, at the end of the day, it's like, that's my fucking seat you're sitting in. Just sit in the seat next to me. No, that's my seat. It has a good view of the kitchen. Why do you need to see the kitchen?
So, what do you all want to do?
And out in the med bay.
Astra's like, get the fuck out of my room, but she can't say.
She's like, God damn it. It's still kind of awkward, but this is where I go when things are awkward. I don't know where else to go now.
Cyrus will actually probably head up to command
I'm
deck.
just imagining, like, Nendir on the gurney, and, like, Atlas stood next to her, and Astra just, like, awkwardly moving around, not knowing what to do, and then eventually just goes over and, like, pulls the curtain across so she doesn't have to look at Atlas.
I think she'd go eventually
That's
to
better.
Daze, because she'll give Daze a heads up.
Yep, that's fair.
Heads up, squid on the ship.
Yeah. Astra probably have a full-blown rant to Daze about everything that just went down. After all the arguments, they keep arguing, they quit going around in circles and doing nothing.
Every single other member of the crew is like, my ears hurt and I don't know why.
Is that she's just there like, yeah, I get you. I mean, like, look. This is why I don't deal with men, you know? They just always pick fights, there's always problems, you know? Like, I just don't get
I'm
it.
the one picking the fight. I'm not the stubborn one in this argument. I'm on the side of the team.
I am the
I will
one
just
picking
point
this
out this-
But I
fight.
am the husband, so I am wrong.
That is how
I
it
will point
works.
I will point out this whole
Happy
time.
wife, happy life.
I've been thinking it's very, very quiet. Looked at Roll20, realized it was bugged out, wasn't playing any music.
Happy wife dealing with an illithid that we have to babysit for the rest of our days.
That's
Just
a Cyrus
me,
and
my
Cyrus
husband,
problem.
and my illithid girlfriend. I think I watched that show on Fox. me, my husband, and my illithid girlfriend.
Honey, there's a squid in our bed.
Good show.
Okay, so,
Cyrus will head up to command deck to see Volgir and Barros and see what the new mission is if Barros is willing to share.
Yeah, I will have chased down Barros at some point.
Yep, that's fine. If you guys both kind of end up in the command deck, then I will ask the room to be cleared apart from Volgir, Cyrus, and Quibblesort.
Everybody out, everybody out. Not you, man holding wrench. Not you,
No.
man turning knobs, pretending to do something. Oh, this is awkward.
That guy's playing Galaga.
I feel like Astra's gonna
Thought
be
we
a
wouldn't
divorced
notice, but we
child
did.
in the middle of all this shit. She is Zoe by this stage.
Is Cyrus wrong though? He's making good points, and his wife is stubborn.
Oh, I, George, am fully aware that everyone is correct right now. But unfortunately, the goblin that possesses my brain when I become Atlas knows what it wants. I am the it's what my character would do asshole. And the only solution I have to that issue is kick Atlas off the ship so I can make a new character, because she is what she is now.
okay, Barros,
No-
Volgir,
no
and
room for
Quibblesnort are
personal
all up
growth.
in the cruise bar.
I mean, maybe, but not on this. Atlas entered this world as a monster protector, and she will leave this world as a monster protector.
I would also
If all of you were in a fire
invite
and a single chimera
crew
cub was
speaker.
also in the fire, you know...
All right, Atlas, tone it down. You've had your scene.
Grandpappy Darkov?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandfather, Quibblesort, Vulgar, and Cyrus. Right.
Harry
Cyrus probably
rapidly
comes in,
looking
like-
up which voices that is.
Cyrus comes in like rubbing his temples.
Oh, he's got an
Well,
Atlas migraine.
It looks like I left at the right moment.
Oh, it got so much worse.
Well, I had enough after that hour.
Okay, I'm going to update you, Grandad, and you, Quibbleshot, as my second. On our mission, we found what we can only describe as a living half-elifid.
That sounds really bad, Beros, if you don't mind me saying.
It seems that the elf that was turned has some control of its own consciousness. It seems disconnected mostly from the hive mind. She still poses a danger to this crew, and so I would ask if you have any concerns, you voice it now so that we can make the right decision. What's best for the people on the ship?
Can I inquire where we are keeping them at the moment?
Currently, the medbay. It is locked down. Security has hold of things. We'll, if we need to, we'll say that it's quarantined for some kind of illness.
We've currently put her in one of the psionic chambers, hoping that it'll block her link and hopefully satiate some of her hunger, though not certain if the latter's possible.
From observations, I believe that her communication with the hive mind is short term, no more than maybe a few 100 feet. The stone that we picked up, that is in the bag of holding, in possession of Vulgar, we believe that was the item used to communicate across the Expanse.
I would take it out, but I am not setting a phase 2.
I love the concept of Cyrus being like, she could be a beacon. It's like, meanwhile, we have the beacon.
Well, I mean, I suppose, Beros, what do you think? You've dealt with these things more than the rest of us. Do you think that they are a danger?
It is hard to say. An Elifid, I don't like using this word, but because it's dirty. But a pure blood Elifid, someone who has gone the full process and does not have any kind of inkling to their previous personality, I would have shot there and then. The fact that she has some kind of hesitation to not just instantly attack us is putting me on the fence. My gut tells me that she's dangerous. We need her off the ship. But Atlas is making it difficult. She is threatening to basically throw herself onto a sword if we try to do anything.
Well,
So
not a terrible move anyway. I would feel more comfortable if we had some of the research corps had a little investigation, see if there's any way we can. We obviously have some understanding of psionic magics. I'm sure they may be able to hawk up some kind of secure chamber, at least something that would stop things like telepathy and that nature breaking out. Maybe that would be enough.
It's gonna be a very delicate subject.
Jesus,
when
when
it comes-
did you get here?
I've been here a while.
Oh, apologies. I
I've
thought it
been
was.
here the
Oh yes, you
whole
are here. Sorry,
time.
No,
you just weren't talking.
I have discovered the ability to stand so still that I perceive as invisible.
Sorry, I don't see green things very well.
That's fine.
He's
It's
green.
worse
He's
considering
green,
you
gray,
are as
colorblind.
close.
You just blend into the background.
It's worse considering you are as close as you could have been to that person, like that character.
Thank you. in terms of research, Atlas is very touchy on that subject.
Yeah.
So we will have to
they
make it clear that the research team is not to
touch.
do any invasive studies.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, having a living agent, spy, interrogation victim could be more beneficial than a dead subject. If they want something to hack and slash open, I was going to suggest if you secured that wreck down there at Tilm, I pulled the reports from the shuttle, we could launch a second group of the repair of the actual research corps, get them down there with some of the security, and see if they can have a secondary roof around for anything that they might seem with their more trained eye.
Did we take the canisters?
You took
No.
You didn't take any canisters. You stashed.
We stashed the canisters.
Oh yeah, we stashed them. So
I
yeah.
think you put
Yeah,
one canister in your bag. Didn't you?
Yeah. I'm just sorry. I'm reading.
I thought
back on-
Barros dissuaded you against it just in case you compromised the.
Yes.
the
Yeah. I
research.
think it was. I think we kept them. We hid them all. Didn't
You
we? 'Cause we
hid them,
were-
and then because of the other thing, you didn't go back to the wreck to retrieve them.
No.
No.
And so I think the going back might be wise as we've.
So from when I was getting the ship, I saw probably about 20 of the mind witnesses. I think the best way to deal with them is probably a couple of fighter pilots. Deal with them in the sky.
That would be fantastic, but I believe the only small vessel we have aboard here is the Cottontail at the moment. You could send Days out on her own, or we could bring the Umbral Spear into orbit and bring the full might to bear. Up to
I
you,
wouldn't
Captain.
want to. I wouldn't want to use a bombardment. You might destroy something vital.
We have more smaller arms than the larger bombardments as well.
What about the shuttle? Does it have any?
If we bring it to the dock, we could pick them off. They would probably fling themselves at the ship more than anything. And again, worst case scenario, we open the hangar bay doors and we pick them off via small firearms. Nothing too major. If this can be done and we can get some research, I want it done within 48 hours. I received intel from the Chitin tablets that I found Volgir, that Squall is their next target.
Right. Well, that's best that stays within this circle only.
Chose to
Currently.
refrain telling Atlas
Smart.
to prevent any emotional outburst.
Well, I don't think after what today, it's going to go down very well. Considering that is
fine.
where she wanted to.
She will hear it
lead
from
to.
the official briefing of our mission. No, not a second sooner.
She won't hear from me.
If she hears it before, then she'll make a big deal out of it. Try to sway crew to kind of. We need this research. She will want to leave immediately.
I suggest whenever that briefing is, or whenever the information is said, maybe someone that she trusts is nearby, just in case.
Maybe we can.
Maybe
get,
a husband.
How did we come across this information? Did we get word from the Amalgamate? I don't think that they oversee that planet.
No, we were doing our own kind of research down there, and we found some tablets. Luckily, I had a potion on hand that, for comprehend languages, it was quite a strange language, not something I've ever seen before.
I got too warm. I had to change it to my
managed
summer
to-
pumpkins instead.
Managed to translate it. It had direct plans for the Illithid to head to Square, as they were failing here.
Was there any idea on how old those messages were?
Unfortunately not, but
Based on your report, you can assume at least 10 or 11 days.
However, they would have had to travel there themselves.
We know their
So
ships
we
are more
maybe-
advanced than ours.
I mean,
We might have a window, but
They didn't take too long to complete their task, and I mean,
And what
How
was
long
the
would it take us
interest
to
of
get there?
Squall? What draws them?
people. maybe?
That the Fey folk were not as susceptible to their transformation as much as they would hoped, and they are attempting to try it on bird folk. Maybe their connection to the celestial means that they are more susceptible to their transformation.
Maybe, but it's just Squall. If I recall correctly, it's a big, sick planet. The population is quite small. Not the place to build an army.
But it's also,
there are things on the surface. The planet is vastly populated in terms of intelligent life. It is small, but there are a lot of beasts down there that maybe the Illithid could make use of.
it's also a planet that not many people.
But lots of planets
an eye
have
on.
beasts. Kemnor has plenty of animals.
Cyrus is going to take like a step towards Barros and just like lean towards there and be like, if they're making a move on things slightly further afield than Squall, we might be in trouble and protocols might need to come into play.
Noted.
I mean, I don't quite understand what protocols we're talking about. If we're
That would have been whispered.
okay, that's fine. then they would have a conversation themselves, and the couple would be like, "Yes, the elder makes an interesting point. What would be the difference of a beast here to a beast from Squall?"
Volger, you have a recording that is translated, yes?
I have some recordings. Yeah. I don't. They're not translated as such, but I mean, I recorded what you were reading out as you were going along.
Right? Can you repeat it?
I will just press a play button.
You listen to it. Oh, okay. Weird. I've not been there before myself. Yeah, it seems like they need the whatever change of metabolism, body, whatever this change is. I did have the unpleasant bumping into the Leonin before. He was rambling about how you had. I asked a little bit about what you'd done beforehand, and he'd mentioned that you at some point were planning on going to, his words, kill the gnomes and take some device that could undo the damage. If you could undo the damage,
Good to know that Sunshine was on board with my kill the gnomes plan.
if you could undo the
So-
damage, then suddenly those animals, if they need them to be mutated, then that would be less appealing. But I don't know how long that takes.
Maybe it's not about the animals or the beast, or maybe the intent to weaponize the smog.
Maybe.
If it could, or if the smog has the ability to fess and like create creatures of like, you know, whatever we saw on Squad, maybe they know about this, and maybe that will help them in perfecting their design.
I mean, the smog does mutate.
Help the mutation.
The transformation into a Lithid is some form of accelerated mutation, they could be trying to make it an aerosol, airborne, instead of having to rely on worms.
All three of you can make me a intelligence check. You're stumbling into something right now. I don't think you're realizing.
Astra's having a panic attack somewhere in the distance.
Mary turned to me and said, I got 3 words for you. Astra, Nightmare, Fuel. Squall plus a Lithid.
I'll take that. I will take that.
Astra's just talking to Daze and suddenly like, Sorry, I
Seven's
just
above
felt like
average.
something bad happened.
I will use my tactical mind to add a D10.
Cool.
Like, what do you think does Asher hit most? Just put them together.
So
It's fine.
14.
Nothing jumps out to you, Beros or Cyrus, but Vulgar, as they're kind of like talking around the subject, it suddenly comes to you. You think back to the like where this all began, and it's not just the Illithid, it's those frog creatures you fought on that Draconid ship a while back. The Slad. The problem the Illithid have is that they can't take over a being that's already been infected by the Slad, but the Slad can take over Illithid. If they could mutate the Slad, well then, suddenly an adversary who is seemingly unbeatable apart from killing them, if they could be assimilated into your, natural order of things, if that was possible.
It also creates the other theory of we could just all become Slad, and then we can't get killed by Illithid at all.
Well, this
The
is
other
this
body
is them
horror.
avoiding that.
I think Astra would at least consider it. Like frog versus squid, I feel
not
like
you.
she'd go frog.
What? And a Slad and a Lithid sail away into the Expanse together.
But the Illithid
It's
use
like
your
Romeo
body.
and Juliet, but way grosser.
The Illithid change your body. The Slad,
They like chest burster you.
yeah, they're not using your body.
Yeah.
They use your body as like
They
a
use your
host,
body, but
but not as like a. They don't
Like a
need it.
virus.
they're like parasites.
Once they grow big enough to live outside the body, they don't need it anymore.
It's alien. It's alien.
They want a parasite to fight the parasite.
Or
I
they want to
will,
mutate the parasite.
To fight the parasite.
In Frostmaiden, one of your secrets can just be that you have a slot tadpole in you, and at any point in the campaign, it just bursts out of your chest and kills your character.
So are we?
Like, that's
are
a horrible secret.
It's my intelligence check saying basically we're thinking that they might be using a mutation to prevent the Slad coming, or using a mutation to make the Slad become Illithid.
Either of those things could be a potential.
Right. I will
But it is
repeat that
it
because
would be
I'm not
more
repeating
thing.
the
It was
exact
more
same
thing of
twice.
thinking of why would the Illithid want to mutate anything? They can already do that, and it's like, what
Yeah,
can't they
either-
mutate? The Slad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So-
if it was me, you'd use it as a prison planet. You'd take your prisoners of war there. You'd go. You'd turn them. You'd turn it into a. You'd essentially turn it into a prison factory to turn more soldiers out.
Mm.
And you take control of it, then you don't have any issues with transporting your enemies there.
Well, bottom
Don't
line
think
is,
Alton.
we can't let the Illithid take control of Squall. Fixing it would be a great way to stop that plan altogether, but that's going to take time that maybe we don't have.
Right. Knowing this now,
I recommend
24
that we need to also look
Time
at
frame.
the. All well and good to say that we're just going to simply stop them from taking over a planet, but if you recall back on the Thunderhoof, you were below decks at the time. I was in the bridge. There was an awful lot of those ships of theirs, and they took quite a pounding. If it is a matter of they blockaded that planet, we're going to have a very difficult time beating them off it. On
The
our
other
own.
thing is, are they? Think about it. If they're going to Squall now, they want to set up this potential prison planet, maybe, or something like that. They want to set. They won't make a massive presence because they won't want to be found. Now, but that will be down the line. They'll initially hit it hard, and maybe draw away to go find other planets to subjugate. So maybe the time to hit it is once they've pulled away.
I don't
If they're
think
already
it's gonna,
here.
I don't think
They're
it's going to
already
be that. I don't think it's going to be that simple because, yes, they maybe don't want to designate all their resources to it, but we don't actually know how many resources they have. Think of how many ships were above the Thunderhead. They could send 5 ships, and that might not even be 1% of what they've got.
I'm just thinking what draws most of their force away. Meanwhile, it's already been, what, 10 plus
11
days. They're going to have started whatever they're doing on there. It's going to take us, what, I don't know, 3-4 days to get there? I'm not quite sure. He'll look around, see if anyone's got any other options, but...
It should take 3-4 days.
But that's a lot of time.
The rest of the amalgamate has been going out and causing a distraction, creating blockades across the borders, making it more difficult for Elifit to move around. For safety, I would be more than comfortable in asking maybe the admiral to maybe use the ships that he had ready to go fight, and maybe let's turn up ourselves with a bit of a fighting force.
That would also prevent a particular difficulty with the Draken in space.
We could send word to Harmony to allow safe passage for the ships, or
If
could
we
send
mount
them
a
through
big
dark
force
space.
on the border, best believe that they're going to take action against that.
I suppose, though, if you do tell her that you're going to bring the force and offer for her to join us on it, there's
Do
no
we have-
harm in trying and asking the message. I don't.
Do
think.
we have any ships that can jump 3 or 4 sectors at once?
Look, you're talking large ships. Cruisers and dreadnoughts can handle that sort of thing.
I mean, if they left the Gemmayak sector and jumped straight to Nalua Major, they'd have to pass through dark space, but
Less dangerous at speeds of that nature. Unless something particularly large gets in the way, can force you to come out of it. The ship can't route around it, or you've got a bad navigator.
it's not a great option, but it's an option. Did we ask the council to consider messaging Harmony, or did we say we would do that on their behalf?
Did we not?
I think
way
you
back when.
I think you guys said you would do because they don't have contact with her.
Yeah, we said
You
we
told them where to find her, but that would be mounting a envoy into hostile territory.
Yeah. No meeting on the border? Can we arrange a meeting on the border?
I mean, the frontier sector is the closest border, right?
Yeah.
So have we got at least a fighting force to the frontier sector before sending out a message? And then basically just saying, we need military access. We're not here for Draconid. To be fair, from the frontier sector, a couple of dreadnoughts would probably be able to, jump all the way to Naluna Major without kind of hitting any of Draconid space.
I mean, you can even say if she wants to escort us, they can always help us.
Maybe just a friendly message rather than a we need your passage. Just be like, we're passing through. We're not here for you.
Yeah. I do think we need to take this opportunity while we have Tilm as it is. So maybe fine. 24 hours if we want to push the letter.
24 hours. We'll get the gunners ready. Send the research team down. They'll have 12 hours to, or however long is left, to clear that wreck. Maybe wherever Nymera was hiding out, there seemed to be a lot of illicit technology in there. Tear it apart.
She also had a bag with her that's you think now back is probably still a little satchel of stuff on her. She might have had more bits and pieces in there, you're not sure.
Yeah. Right.
This is just full of brains. What the fuck?
Harry, no! Harry, no!
Right, Crippled Shot, give the command, put the crew in battle stations. Let's go kill some mind witnesses, and then Cyrus, could you head down to the research, get them debriefed, ready?
Do you want to
Let them know
send a
what kind
couple of just generic fighting squads, if you amalgamate for security call down, just to we can launch them in the pods and have them secure a landing zone for us?
That would be good. Let's kind of see what she's got.
I'm happy to go.
To do
down
that,
with
we'll have to
team
bring the
if you
spear into
want.
low orbit, but we will also then be able to bring the Gith cannons into range, the radiant lances, and they will do minimal collateral damage, unlike the Gith cannon, which can be quite Gith, for lack of a better term.
I am also willing to go to the planet to escort the research team with full gear.
I've got. We obviously hid those things. I'll show the research team where we've hid them and whatnot, and give them a bit of a watch. But
That's fine.
I think I could do with some time away from this ship for a bit.
I'll stay aboard and command the officers to make sure things are going smoothly on their end. Maybe.
Then I would recommend that we get our gunnery marshal, Finn Rawls, up from the gunnery deck, brief them on the plan, and then we can get a few of the base team. I know that that elf Yasin, was it? He was quite keen to get his hands dirty, and a few of the Darkhoof commune, the crew, as well, have a little bit of bee in their bonnet, to a bone to pick, in a sense, with the Illithid.
I'm always more than happy with Yasin.
Right.
That'll be fun.
Right, then Volgir, you're in charge of forming the landing team.
All right.
Go find those willing to fight.
I feel like it's going to be one of those walks into the canteen, goes, who wants to go fight some Illithid? Everyone's hands goes up. Who's got the actual experience to fight? Right.
But yep, you guys are able to basically put together a plan. You basically mark like landing zones. So you basically, with the help of Quibble Snort, kind of assisting like Barros, and also probably Gunnery Marshal Finn Rawls, plan is drafted. The gunnery team will launch 4 pods, securing basically like a more or less effective like compass point northeast southwest around the crash site on Tilm. As they're fired, the research team with Volgir will leave in the shuttle. It'll take them an hour to get there, which means there'll be an hour of fighting. Actually, it'll be less time than that. It'll be only half an hour because the to launch the actual pods, the Emerald Spear needs to come down into like lower orbit, so it can't shoot from actual
It's like
orbit.
10-15 minutes or something like that, is it?
Yeah, so it's a little bit closer. So yes, they'll be down, brief fast contact, supported by these like big like it probably only the chin mounted turret, because obviously one's on the top, one's on the bottom. So the Emerald Spear has to basically shoot can only shoot one direction effectively at a time. With those ones, so it's a little bit slower going, but they can help give coordinated attacks, kind of like towards the things using their scanners and stuff like that.
They're
Yeah,
more
we'll probably
spotters
have
than they are
days as
attackers.
well in the
So
cocktail
Volgir's going with the research team,
I was
Daze and the
thinking you go.
Cottontail, Cyrus
Go on.
with the landing team.
Yeah.
With Yasin and 2 unnames that we're going to pull out, we're probably good experience. Days in the Cottontail just providing air support, maybe escorting the research
Those
team down.
unnamed are referred to as red shirts.
Well, I think the rapid fire cannon, as Fizz calls it, is able to fire 6 people.
It can fire 6 pods at a time.
Yeah.
So we can always add in a couple others, but
Yeah, we'll drop in Cyrus, Yasin, and 4 red shirts.
Yeah.
R.I.P. red shirts.
Maybe double up on the red shirts in certain positions, and you and Yasin can be separate.
Yeah, the effective plan is that they will do they'll effectively do like teams of like 2, basically, kind of like north and south, and then probably like a team east and a team west. So like you're like more like single, like smaller individuals. Actually, they probably wouldn't separate. They'll do 2 teams of 3, and they'll just keep them grouped, and they'll like counterclockwise patrol and like just clean up as they go. Their plan is basically to land and draw attention of these mind witnesses, draw them out from the other cities, so then the actual ship can help take it out. Bjornik will also go.
I'm curious, did we actually take the shuttle with us?
We brought the
Sure,
shuttle
we
back
took
up.
our shuttle.
Oh,
No,
you
'cause
have
that's in,
their shuttle
that's
because you're outfitting your shuttle with stealth, I think.
Yeah. I couldn't remember what we had.
That was
but it our
the
shuttle.
bad decision. Is we gave 2 of our ships away
Yeah.
and only kept 1 extra ship.
You have the original. You have the shuttle that came with this ship. Still.
Yeah. We can, but they're only inside the ship, though, aren't they? They're just under work.
No,
They're back
they're in a
on like
station.
We left
Fortis
back on
Prime.
station.
They're like back at the
Oh.
the big army like station.
I
That's
mean,
where you
worst
just
case, we can just buy another shuttle, but it's not going to be the end of the world.
We make do with what we got for now.
Yeah. It might be worth us getting a couple more fighters, though.
It is not.
shuttle-
It is more the issue of space.
Does the shuttle have a bay door or is it a back door? The shuttle that
The
we
shuttle
have.
that both shuttles have side doors.
Okay. Do we have a mounted gun? Because we could just mount a gun.
You have a
on that
mounted
once
gun,
again.
but I'm pretty sure you're removing the mounted gun to put a stealth module in. Oops.
No, I mean in the current shuttle that we have that already
No.
has the stealth skin. Do we have a mounted gun
I
for it?
believe that one is just a stealth functionality on that
I
one.
mean, if you really want, Cyrus, you could probably land, find one of those self-carriage police cars that have the mounted turrets, and see if it still works.
That's if you even mention that, Cyrus is gonna make that a priority. He's like, I'm bringing one of those fucking turrets back, and we're gonna have a mounted turret on our shuttles. Oh no, I drew battery from the self-carriage Maximus. Maybe he'll just find one abandoned.
You could do the old like Master Chief, just like as you're walking along with it till the battery dies. Okay, so yeah, Vulgar Cyrus, you guys are going to the research team with these Yasik and Fjornik and some other defensive guys kind of also looking around.
Ignore that. I clicked on by accident.
Why are you starry wisping?
I'm
Atlas
not
has
sorry,
killed
Wisping.
Sunshine.
I was scrolling down my spells and I accidentally clicked it.
Atlas
That's
kills
why they got this
Sunshine,
out
steals
to-
the Illithid, leaves on the and fires a pod somewhere deep
Okay,
in the
and
base.
now I'll be rolling stealth for no reason. Yep, for no reason.
But yeah,
If we
Vulgar.
come back
Passive
in that
perception, Atlas.
escaping.
Astra.
She's not in the med bay anymore.
Astra probably at disadvantage. There's definitely like bunny kisses happening.
So,
She's stress napping right now.
Like
Well, this
I
is
feel like
coming
even
with
when
us, so-
Astra's like in the med bay like doing stuff like with microscopes, they're like checking like, okay, so how is orc metabology different from human? Like checking it out, and like Diesel comes up behind her like arms around her, kissing her neck. And it's like, and I've forgotten everything that I'm doing. It's like, leave me
but Dave
alone.
was with us.
Days, we've got a mission.
Diaz also has a mission. It's 2 words. Get to the first word and you can work out the second one. But yeah, Vulgar Cyrus, she goes to research team. Yasik
Get
for defense.
Kicked out of the med bay.
Yep, get kicked out of the med bay. That's my favorite one word. With these and the Cottontail, I mean, it's fairly secure. And with the full might of the Armor Spear coming into low orbit, the GIF lances like start cleaving through. They do a pretty severe amount of damage as well. A couple of hits from a lance is more than enough to take out one of those mind witnesses. And I just need from one of you just to see how successful the actual mission is. It's just going to be a d20 roll. because you have the Cottontail, you get a +1, and because you've launched you've launched 6 paws alongside it, you get a +6 from that. And because Volgear and Cyrus have gone, they both can add a D4 to the final roll. So it's going to be D4 from Volgear, D4 from Cyrus.
Oh, well, each one of them.
And that's
20
going to
from
be
Barros.
Yep. 18 plus 7 is 25 plus
2.
Volgear.
Mm,
D4
yeah.
from you, please, because you're physically helping out.
Yeah, sorry.
All good.
I thought I clicked it, it didn't go. 4.
31.
31.
While picking through the rubble, they are able to recover all 3 of the tadpole canisters. They're able to recover one of those, like, the Ceramorphous pods. They take a selection of, like, illithid, like, just, like, tech and, like, organic tech and things like that. Which is more to do with, like, communications and, like, basic operation. They were, like, weapons and things like that. But most notably, while searching and picking through with use of the shuttle and, like, a little, like, small crane attachment it has, as, like, moving rubble out the way, they find, after, like, using black lights, they find a, like, a strange trail, which, like, was quite difficult to see before, because obviously the whole thing is quite organic and wet. However, they find some kind of trail and they follow it into one of the rooms you guys tried to go in before, but it, like, had all collapsed. They spend a bit of time, they clear the rubble away, and they find the dead, partially crushed body of an illithid who has an arrow sticking out of his throat.
Oh, that's the one she killed.
Yep.
Because you got a 30, you get all the possible research you can. Unfortunately, because of the damage done to the actual thing, the guns were completely ruined. They also get a mind witness corpse as well. They bring that back to the ship. The operation, all told, only takes the guts of about 6 hours, including recovery and retrieval. There is a few minor injuries, but nothing that a good night's sleep and some bandages won't wear off.
Good job, red shirts. You can die on the next mission.
Karen will ask all of you, so what exactly would you like us to start researching first? We have the strange tadpole things, which we're hoping, paired with the big pod we have, we can maybe learn more about the actual process that they do to turn one of us into one of them. There's also the corpses of either the illithid themselves or the mind witness. We could do a dissection, see if we can learn about their weaknesses, about things they're resistant against, things like that nature, as well as just learn a bit more about them. Or there is also just the generic, more like organic tech. We might be able to learn how to make use of things like that natural telepathy that they have, or even maybe just get a better understanding of how their ships and technology works.
I would like your first project to be converting one of the brig cells into an anti-psionic living space.
We will need supply for that. I'll need lead. Lead's a pretty good negator of psionic energy.
That's fine. We'll
I'm on it.
stop off at wherever we need to. We need to go pick up our shuttles anyway. We'll pick up whatever materials you need if you just send it to Volgear.
Noted, will do. It should be worth noting as well that the whole ship does have a psionic ward lattice around it, so we are at least protected from outside forces looking in, as long as that's not been damaged.
That's fine. I would still It would still make it probably more comfortable for the crew if we could convert a space. I mean, it doesn't have to be in the brig. If you could convert one of the living quarters spaces, make a partition wall that it could be turned into a partial brig, that would be helpful.
I think we can do the brig. Is the plan to is it for, I assume, use for illicit or mind witness, that kind of thing?
Correct.
There might be benefits instead in looking at these corpses first, trying to work out how strong that psionic thing is. Traditionally, basic, magic, an inch of lead is normally enough, but these things might be more powerful, or maybe not as powerful. Maybe an inch is too much.
I mean, the engineers team could probably assist in building the safe room. They're good with welding and whatnot. The research team might just need to direct them and inspect the work when it's finished and see if there's any leaks or cracks or anything that needs improved. We don't have to give it all to the research team. Studying the illithid itself is probably a high priority. But I will leave the decision to you, Captain.
Alexander was like taking over. He's like, but that's not my job.
He's like, this is what I think, but
We'll be able to get much more information from a live subject, obviously. But failing that, if we only have these corpses, it's better than nothing. We can see what we can unfurl.
Okay. Well, is the rest of the researcher team in here? Or is it just Kareen?
Kareen would come to you with like a little book of like,
Yeah,
here's
that's
all the
fine.
stuff that we can do based on what we will find.
I will turn to Atlas. I will agree to all of your compliances, but you need to let the research team do their job. We have given them specimens to cut up and dissect, but for her future, they need to be able to help her. And to do that, they need to research her.
I'm there for the tests. They
That's
don't
fine.
touch her. Nothing that will hurt.
Nothing that will hurt, but they might need to touch her. Basic
Touch
medical...
her. Nothing that will hurt her. Hell, they can even take a blood sample if they need. But nothing that cuts, nothing that will hurt.
Are you... Maybe I'm misunderstanding. We have a live illicit?
No. Kind of.
Yes, we do. However, they are not under the influence of the hive mind. We thought it would be best to
Blast.
make sure
Blast?
it was...
We would be able to learn a lot more if they were full connected.
Well, she's not. She's still herself.
That may
There-
make it
there
easier.
Whispers.
There was some crossover.
Is she
We don't know if that is persisting.
conscious?
Not
at the minute.
currently, but she was. And she's cooperative.
Make it easier.
Ish.
We can also ask
She's-
questions, and as long as she isn't lying.
She's very delicate right now. She's been through, I'm sure you can imagine, quite a lot.
Yeah, I nearly had one of those things go with me. I couldn't be... Can't imagine the process turning in one's very pleasant.
Yeah, new bodies are tough.
You are to treat her as a patient, not a test
I'm just
subject.
imagining Saparna like yelling down the hallway, yeah, they are!
Eros,
I could have done this in your mind if I was still in my original body!
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
Beros, I did take an oath to protect life, and I'm still keeping it, just selectively.
That's fine. It's not for me. It's for Atlas. I just don't want the headache of having to clean up the mess. If that ever happened.
Right. I can't say that I'm outwardly thrilled about the concept of going into a room with those things.
You'll have protection, and if at any point, for whatever reason, she does not comply and hurts anyone of this crew, then I will be the first to make sure that it is dealt with.
Okay. I have a little bit of a history with these things, and I'll pick my next best to step up to those tests. Someone who I trust.
Not the guy who wanted to pull out the knife.
Sure. I'll pick my second best person to do these things.
My second bet.
Someone that I trust, who will be as discreet as possible.
Astra will also assist. She has experience
like,
in the
"Aw,
medical
man."
field, and she knows what she's doing when it comes to
She'll assist through the
illithid.
glass.
She
at
has
the
the
other
most
side of the button.
experience.
I'll be in there. I
Fair
have
enough.
some level of medical knowledge.
That's fine. I just genuinely... Sentinel Station wasn't that long ago, and I honestly don't know what I would do in the room with one of them. I don't know if I panic or... I don't know. I
We
just know that I
understand.
probably wouldn't be in the right mindset to do what I needed to do. So I'll have one of them do it instead. But again, they'll be discreet.
We have crew here who haven't really had kind of contact with the illithid. If they could be kind of used, then it would be kind of ideal, rather, so that no emotions are involved.
Perfect. Well, if they're still recovering, I'll keep this to myself for now. Let me know when they wake up. And let me know when they are fit for an examination, if that is possible. For now, we'll look at the corpse of the one we found under the wreckage, and we'll see if we can actually, pick it apart, and it'll maybe make what we're looking for on a live specimen easier. If anything's been... The corpse wasn't in perfect condition. A few bits were crushed, and they had suffered quite a bit of blood loss, it looked like. But anything like that we can then... that we don't understand from a cadaver, we can maybe learn from a live specimen.
For now, once they're conscious, we'll move them to one of the empty crew quarters, somewhere a little secluded.
We still
On the
need to
back of
try
the
and work
ship.
out how to get that knife out of the captain without killing them.
Maybe Nightmare will be able to help with that as well when she's awake.
Nendir, but good try.
Yeah. We've met a lot of people. Right. We've got our jobs. Hopefully this is a compromise that we can live with. And I will give you all the brief now. We have received information that the next target of the illithid is Squall. And we are coming up with a plan to head there immediately, but we need assistance. We believe that they are there to take over the planet so that they can use Squaw as a weapon against the Slad. This will mean that they will attempt to take control of the planet. In doing so, they can use Squaw to convert the Slad into illithid. We believe that we may need extra firepower to basically protect us if extra backup arrives. We're going to go back, collect our shuttles, go collect the materials we need to build this room. On one of our stops, then the next jump will be to the amalgamate to convince convince whoever may join us to assist in our aid, then to and then to the border of the frontier sector. Talk to Harmony about gaining passage through without triggering an international war.
Are we
and then
doing it in
straight
the
on
minimal
to-
amount of jumps?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll be there as soon as we can. But we can't do this alone.
As long as we're getting there as fast as we can. Can't lie to me, I'm the navigator.
Well, you chart the fastest course.
The fastest safe course.
I used to send us through wormholes all the time, you never had a problem with it. It's
Right,
okay, Cyrus, you
our
didn't
plan.
know about it.
Okay, just checking.
You know, whenever the engine would start making that, like, low screaming?
That was you.
No,
Why do
that
you
was the
think I said
captain
safe?
piloting the ship on the course
Which-
I recommended.
Yeah, so you.
You
No
always
wonder
had
we
the
blew-
ability to say
wonder we
no.
blew that gas line.
So like, I don't know why it always does this.
Do you have a plan in place? Planning on heading towards school?
Aye.
And as you plot a course and work out exactly what you want to do, I think that is probably a good place to stop for the night. And we'll pick this up next time. Till then, bye.